Hey, honey, it's Leah. It's Monday, and I know that I told you I was not going to contact you this week. You were not going to hear from me this week. I think I told you several times. I don't know. It's been 2 days, and I've had like some random afterthoughts about the meet and just everything in general. So, I guess I wanted a place where I could just get it all out. And so I'm doing it on this video to you. Lucky you that you get to hear all this. Um, I mean, all of us related, but anyway. So starting with the meet overall, totally happy with the results. Totally happy with the experience. Very excited with my performance. I definitely feel like I redeemed myself from last year. I proved to myself that I can deliver and perform on a national stage. I'm so excited about that. So happy to get over 300 on my squats. I was stuck at 250 on my squats for a good 2 years. And it didn't help that I was fluctuating in weight too. I kept cutting and then gaining and cutting. My progress on my squat just stopped. And I honestly thought I would never get to 275. I'd never thought I'd be squatting over 300. So just the fact that I got there, like I went beyond what I thought I was going to ever be capable of is very exciting. And it has me thinking, wow, how much more can I do? Like, what else can I do? My squats feel really good. So I'm excited to see even more progression on that lift. I'm going to try out the new shoes, like you mentioned, and see what that does for it also. So very excited about that. And then on bench, I'm not upset that I missed the last attempt because I know what I did wrong. Like I watched the video over and over, and I know what went wrong, and so I know what we need to fix or what I need to fix. So I look forward to seeing like what you recommend for me to do to help fix it, and what kind of programming you do to help me fix it. My initial thoughts on my bench is, do I need to consider any technical or form changes, like bringing in my grip more, or like what I could do, maybe doing a different setup, like what I could do to help improve my bench. On the bright side, that 143, the second attempt, was like the fastest and easiest I'd ever done it. I think I did it a couple of times in prep or during peaking phase, and that was definitely the fastest I'd seen it moved. So I was happy about that. So I know that like things are progressing. It's just, what are the next steps to get that bench up? Because it's definitely, obviously, my weakest lift. And I would love to get that press up, by 10 kilos or so. I don't expect that in a year, but I guess that's kind of the goal, because I think maybe even more than that. Like most of the women in the Master 72, I think they were benching between 70 and 90 kilos. So even getting it up 10 kilos would be like within the range of all the other women. So that would be awesome. Anyway, I'm rambling. So there we are on bench. And I think what happened was, like I said, it didn't feel heavy in my hands. Despite the long start command, I still felt really good about it when I was at my chest. I think I flattened out, elbows flared, and I didn't use my triceps enough. So let me know if you think that's also what happened. But by looking at the video, it looks like that's what happened. So anyway, we move on to deadlift. Deadlifts, my favorite lift, my most fun lift. That last one was hard, but mainly because I started feeling that pain. But I finished it, and I proved to myself that if I just hold on and don't let go, and I just keep pushing from the floor, just hold on to it. I will be able to finish it. Like I think conventional is a good stance for me because it's easy to get off the floor and I can usually always finish it. Um, Sumo, I always had a hard time just getting it off the floor, obviously, because that's the hardest thing. And I'm better at finishing than I am at starting. I don't know if that makes sense. um, and I remember Kim Walford saying, like, with conventional, it's like once it's off the floor, if you just hold on to it and just be patient and keep going, you can finish it. So that is what I did. And it's weird because like I closed my eyes, I started the pull. No, I started the pull, then closed my eyes. And like everything outside of my mind just like disappeared. Like I completely forgot like where I was. I just closed my eyes and I just kept telling myself, don't let go, just keep going. It will get there. And I didn't hear anything else outside of my mind. And then when I finished it, this pain hurt so bad that's why I cussed so loud. Why I swear and yelled "fuck" so loud. And that doing that kind of prevented me from like actually celebrating that deadlift. Like I wish that I had celebrated that deadlift more with you. But I was so concerned. Like as soon as I let the bar down, I thought, oh God, they're gonna give me red lights for swearing. And I was apologizing and then I walked around and thanked them. And thankfully they gave me white lights. But that was my biggest regret. I was like not celebrating that deadlift because that was huge. It was a PR and a pretty big fight. So anyway, I guess the best thing about the meet was like getting to TSA crew. Everybody was super nice, super awesome. It was pretty cool to meet Bryce and just talk to him, and he's really nice. And I have to admit, like I was nervous going into the meet because every meet I've done, I've just handled myself. I haven't had a coach there. I just kind of like did things my way and handled it, and I was in control. And so I was a little nervous about, you know, um, being there and having you handle me, only because what if things didn't click? Like, what if, in person, it just didn't work out, So I was a little nervous about that. But I didn't have anything to be nervous about because like as soon as I, walked into the warm-up room, I just like all my worries kind of went away. I just like immediately felt comfortable and felt good about it. You had everything under control. Despite handling like me and several athletes all at the same time, you were in control the whole time and you knew exactly what you needed me to do and told me, and I didn't have to worry about anything. I didn't have to focus on anything but just like staying calm, staying in my head, and just lifting. Like it was really nice. It was awesome to just be that relaxed in the warm-up room and just focus on like what I needed to do. And things definitely clicked. Like you coached me exactly how I needed to be coached to perform at my best. So I want to thank you for that. And I'm starting to cry. Don't get emotional. I guess the biggest thing I want to say is like you just treated me with a lot of respect and a lot of professionalism. And I'm not an elite lifter. I'm not one of your top lifters. I know that. But you treated me like I was, and that's huge because I've never had that before. Um, I've always kind of felt second rate to my coaches and their other lifters that were better than me. And so that was awesome. God damn, this is embarrassing. But yeah, like that was huge to me because last year at nationals, I did not feel like I deserved to be there. I didn't feel like I was worthy of being there. And this year at nationals, I definitely felt like I earned my spot and I deserved to be there. And having you there, coaching me and being on my team and being my support, like, just kind of validated that I deserve to be there. So thanks. Ugh. Okay. Anyway, um, so those are all like my random thoughts. And then the other thing I wanted to cover, how long is this video? Damn, okay. Um, was, our conversation after the meet. I wish we could have hung out longer and I could have talked to you more, but I was exhausted for one, and I know you were exhausted and you were busy. But when you talked about your experience at USAPL and how it's changed your life, like it really kind of made me think, how awesome all the people are within USAPL, like more the lifters, like the members and the lifters, and everybody that I met the whole week was awesome and nice. The other female lifters I competed with, and just people in general. And USAPL, they have a really good lifter community. Everybody's supportive and helpful and nice, and that's happened at every USAPL meet that I've been to. So it's really hard to like turn my back on that organization, mainly because of the people. It's like the management there is frustrating because, why would they want to exclude people from getting that experience, from possibly having a life-changing experience within their organization at one of their meets? Why would they want to exclude anybody from that? And their constant enforcement of frivolous rules and ridiculous policies. They're they have the intent, they want to police things, they want to control things, and their intent is to keep a high standard. But like the high standard is already there. They've already met those standards with the people that they have, the people that they have organizing the meets, that they have running the meets, that they have being referees, and the lifters in general. Like they've already set the standard. They don't need to continue policing people. And honestly, I feel like they should tell the stories of their lifters, like your story, where of how powerlifting and how USAPL like changed your life. Like they should be telling those stories and just bringing the human side of things into powerlifting if they want to, you know, establish their reputation as the best powerlifting organization there is. So it's hard because like I'd love to go to nationals again. Like I had such a good experience. I want to go again. I want to continue with USAPL, but I feel like if I do, I'm going to betray my friends who are excluded from them, and businesses that I support who are being excluded for really no reason. So anyway, I'm just like venting, but I wanted to tell you how your story about USAPL is and talking with Bryce too about USAPL, and him saying how they are trying to figure things out behind the scenes. And it's like, well, it's good to know that, but they need to communicate that, and they need to bring the people they're excluding to the table to ask them, hey, how do you want to handle this? Um, Anyway, so this is like totally just my mind just like spewing out. But anyway, what I'm trying to say, and we get to the bottom line, is I don't know yet if I'm ready to let go of USAPL. However, if I do stay, I feel like I'm betraying my friends. So I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. I'm not really sure what I should do. But I have time to think about it because we're going to start off season, and I do want to start thinking about my plans for next year, but I don't want to set anything in stone. Um, I'm also curious to hear what you think, like what you think my next my goal should be. I would love to get within the top 5 of the women's 72. It would be awesome to even get higher than that. I think the first place finisher was her total was at 4:30. Knowing they're gonna get better, I need to get better, and I wanna be competitive. I wanna be up there at the top. I wanna be able to go to worlds if I wanted to. Um, but baby steps. So, or even Arnold, like you mentioned before, Arnold, going to the Arnold would be fun. Like, just I guess I just proved to myself that I can do powerlifting at a higher level if I just believe in myself, um, and have someone like you supporting me behind my back. So, or on my, you know what I'm saying? You got my back. Anyway, this is the longest video ever. I'm sorry. You don't have to respond. But I just want to like share my random thoughts that I've had since the meet. Um, thank you. Thank you again for everything. And I'll talk to you later.